Welcome to Ninth Cell Month 1, single and double column ties. Let's start with a single column tie. The knot we'll be using is a square knot, otherwise known as a yuki, book knot, or a honmasubi. First, locate the bight of your rope and decide which direction you want the rope to run when finished. Wrap once around in the opposite direction of the one in which you'd like the rope to run, leaving space between the wrap and the limb with your fingers. Wrap twice around, keeping uniform tension between the wraps and leaving no twists in the rope. Pass the bight and standing ends over the two wraps created, including the running end of the rope. Then pass the bight and standing ends under the two wraps created. Note that the running end is to the right of this fold. When you pull both away, the cuff should hold its tension. Pass the bight and the standing ends to the right of the running end, then tighten the knot. The final product should be compact, with no visible space apparent. Lines should not twist over each other. The wrap should be flat with even tension throughout. The bight and running end should run parallel to the cuff, and the running end should be headed the opposite way from the direction you started. To open this knot, simply pull away from the direction you created, and the knot will open. Now let's consider the double column tie. We'll be using the same square knot that we used with the single column tie with an added half hitch. Similar to the single column tie, you want to pass around both limbs, keeping the rope flat and your tension even. You'll need to leave yourself a long bight and standing ends in order to capture both limbs. Pass that bight and standing end over the running ends, between the two limbs, around the rope and back up to the middle. Now add a half hitch. This should lock down the distance between the two limbs and set the overall tension for both cuffs. Similar to the single column tie, now wrap your bight and standing ends to the opposite side of the fold that went around the limbs and tighten to create the square knot. Notice again that this knot is compact with no visible space apparent. The lines do not twist over each other. The wraps are flat and the tension is even throughout both cuffs. In this instance, the running ends are headed up the legs towards the knees.